My life growing up in the suburbs was not easy. My parents got divorced at 5, and I couldn't quite make sense of it. My one sister ate her way through it, and by the age of 11 was morbidly obese. My other sister became this punk rock chick who fell into a heroin addiction. I made a choice then to take a completely different path. I started in fitness at the age of 12. That was my way of coping with what was going on with my family. At 14 years old, I became the youngest certified aerobics instructor in the state of Pennsylvania, and I started working after school at a local gym teaching classes. Walking up the steps was the inventor of Step Reebok. She was taking my class. So after class, she came up to me and said that she was blown away by my cueing techniques and how motivational I was during class, and then asked me to fitness model with her on QVC and do the Reebok Fit Tour with her. And then one day, she brought me up to the front and put a microphone on me and said, "Speak slowly," and turned me around and had me teach the class in front of 1,800 people. That's when I knew that I was able to reach the masses and change their lives. I was then modeling for some home shopping networks. I was then, starring in fitness videos, and it just got too much for my brain to comprehend. I quickly then turned to stripping. My friend worked there at a local club, and the owner of the club came up to me and said, "You would make so much money here." The allure of it, I was working for pennies per class. So the thought of making the kind of money that was promised to me at that age of now 18 was quite tempting. I took the offer and I made $1,300 my first shift of 2 hours. I never drank, I didn't do drugs. I think I was almost looking for a sense of excitement. That was my way of almost rebelling while I'm making all this money. I paid for school without student loans. I bought my first house before I was 20. Something happened that made me realize that this was not the life I wanted to lead. I did a dance for somebody, and they tipped me a bag of cocaine. And I looked at the drugs, and I said, "What am I doing?" And everything just shut down for me. I turned off stage, I went into the dressing room, I packed my stuff, and I never looked back. So I was teaching class, and this one guy came up to me. And he said, "About 4 weeks ago, I was taking a class, and I was ready to go home and kill myself. And what you said in class, what you said is, you don't have to be your past. Live your future. With every step you take, let that step be the new step into your future." And he said, "I've lost 11 pounds in 3 weeks, and I'm alive." And that truly was the second aha moment I had, where I said, something is telling me that I have to reach the masses. I feel inspired by my clients every day. I learn from them as much as they learn from me, and they just don't even realize it. You see, when a client changes, it changes me as well because it's contagious. So when somebody succeeds, you succeed along with them. So they may be starting here, and I may be here, but see, we're growing together in sync. It's very, very cool. In life, we can all use a personal coach, someone that will tell you what you need to hear, even if it hurts. I work with clients from all walks of life. I do workshops and seminars all across the country. I'm often seen on The Real Housewives, and I'm now getting hundreds of emails a week from people that are desperate to work with me. I'm currently working with 2 women that are both struggling to let go of their past. Jen, 10 years ago, lost her daughter during childbirth. That has now manifested for her in weight gain, not being present with the children that she has living. She's been kind of just an existing wife to her husband and has self-sabotaged everything that she's touched. She even started the Juliana Foundation in honor of her daughter, and just as she was getting over that hump, she dropped the ball, and it's gone nowhere. I have to be honest that I'm super disappointed. You met with Dory and you guys were going to figure out a plan, and then you and I were going to meet the week, and then you canceled on me after I found out you canceled on Dory. Then I'm getting nonstop text messages that you're completely ignoring Kara. I'm trying to schedule you with Meredith, who's waiting to get to you. We're all kind of here, I feel like we went through this before and I don't understand like what the fuck you're doing. Jen and her excuses are exhausting. All she does is make excuses for everything.
I want it so bad, so I give it everything. And then I think I get there, and it's still not good enough.
Jen is a queen self-sabotager. She's actually quite textbook. She hides behind excuses and issues, but what she's really doing is sabotaging her own success.
And it's like a cycle. It's like this vicious...
But if you know of the cycle...
But that's why I'm here, Tony. I don't know how to fucking stop it.
My job is to help women deal with their own reality. I will be with them every step of their journey, but in turn, I demand hard work and commitment. And if I don't see that, I'm gonna lose my shit. Here's your answer. 2 + 2 is 4. It's not 5. So I'm gonna tell you, if you put 4 on the test, you're gonna pass. If you keep putting 5 on the test, you're gonna fail. Not only am I telling you that 5's wrong, I'm giving you the answer. Yeah. I'm giving you the fucking answer. Clients come to me for help because I am no bullshit. I dig in super deep and give them the opportunity to live a life that they never thought was possible for themselves. The other client I'm working with, Dory, she's also struggling letting go of the past. Her husband took his own life 20 years ago, and Dory has let herself go ever since. She blames herself. She can't keep a job. She's not a present parent, and she can't find a little ounce of joy in anything she does. Bottom line is I need to get to the core of it. I want to be sensitive with you, but I don't. I can't help you if I don't know what the piece is. Okay. I'm going to kind of call bullshit and say, let's go. It takes a lot of strength and a ton of courage to get through the issues that I'm demanding of my clients. You've put yourself in hell. You've beat yourself up. You've blamed yourself.
It's been, 19 years in the negative talk that I do. It's hard to stop a pattern that I've done for so many years.
You've allowed yourself to be so taken care of, so protected. You've stopped the process of allowing yourself to heal properly. The way I customize a program for my client is unique. Sometimes it can get really complicated, and sometimes I just can't do it alone. On? We're on. Are we stoked? We're stoked. Are we gonna do this? We're gonna do it. Okay, come on. So I handpicked a team of professionals that specialize in spirituality, fitness, nutrition, self-image, career, and combined, we can take the client to levels that they only thought was possible in their dreams. Are we cool?
Yeah.
Are we excited? Yeah. I'm truly so pumped to watch this transformation. Let's bring it in.
Yeah.
It's time to get real, baby. Get real. Awesome. It's awesome. Working with my wife is equally as incredible and amazing as it is stressful and fun.
We butt heads all the time. We always have the same goal, but getting there is different.
She works with most of my clients as their integrative nutritionist, which is awesome.
It's wonderful that we get to help people together. It's very rewarding. It's very difficult at times because we have different approaches.
She's always there to keep me focused, slap me on the back of the head when I need it, and also give me a laugh when I need a break.
Sometimes I cringe with the way she talks to people and talks to me.
We are both strong-willed, opinionated women, and we go at it like bulls. It's really not pretty to watch, and it gets hectic.
Tony is a pain in the ass, did I say that?
But at the end of the day, we pick each other up instead of picking each other apart, and I wouldn't change it at all.
Tony is my best friend. Tony is my biggest supporter. She is everything.
I love my job. It is an emotional roller coaster. It goes from here to here quicker than you can imagine. But there is nothing more rewarding than watching the eyes in my client when they have that aha moment and they never go backwards. Every day in life, you make a conscious choice to take a little step. Whatever that change is, we have to make it happen for ourselves.
I was so focused on my own journey
and forgetting my husband, my children, my friends, the people around me. I was so focused on inward and my weight, and I'm so heavy, and I'm focused on my food because it gave me things to focus on.
Yeah.
Rather than
Focusing on the real issue.
everything.
Even Juliana.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let her rest in peace. Now, for weeks, you've been listening to what I've told you. You've been listening, I think, to what the coaches have told you. We've really enjoyed kind of watching this develop. But I think it's time that we give back to you. So I have a surprise for you. Okay, so I want you to just sit right here.
Uh-oh. Aww.
I've been working with Michael, and he's been helping me to kind of figure out what we can do to get your Juliana Foundation started. So he went to the basement and collected some of the blankets for you that you've been holding on to. Then I went and contacted Maria, and she's gonna help kind of facilitate a start to helping you distribute these beautiful blankets to help people.
I run Projects VPs, and we provide care packages and memory boxes to the families with babies in the NICU and those that experience a loss. And I want to help you make that connection with the hospitals to get the blankets to the families who really need them. That they can wrap their baby in it, spend time with them, and then have that keepsake to take home.
We all have a lot of faith in you, and I do feel confident enough that now you are ready to take this step. 6 weeks ago, I would have never, ever thought that you would have had the strength and the turnover like you did. I really didn't. And the courage that you've given back to yourself, and the honesty, and the fighting, and the yelling, and the tears, and the laughter just proves that you're feeling these emotions because you're growing. You want to show her, you want to show other people, you want to be out there doing it for you. This is your first step. Okay? You've done the work, and I just wanted to give you back something to really get this started. It's been a tough journey for Jen, and I really wasn't sure that she was going to make it through the entire process. She turned a corner, and she's taken personal responsibility for her own life, and I couldn't be more proud of all the changes she's made and where she's going. In order to get Dory to really let go of the past, I wanted to bring her to a place that was near and dear to her heart. She had no idea where we were going, and I brought the coaches along to have her back. Dory was a bit of a different case than Jen, more complicated, but she did everything we asked and always showed up willing and eager to do the work. So Dory, look what the world really has to offer you. And I told you that when he took his own life, he took yours with him. I want you to remember that when it comes to suicide, you don't have to die with that person. And right now, at this very moment, is the moment I spoke to you about making that powerful choice to leave it all behind you. This is the moment right now. I took that letter that you wrote to yourself.
Wow.
And here is the letter. I want you to release this letter. And with that, I want you to release the living hell that you've put yourself in. You are at the 20-year anniversary of the death of your husband. 20-year anniversary. Come to find out that he proposed to you on a beach. Yeah. There's no perfect time and no perfect place for you to do this. I want you to hold on to these balloons. I want you to hold right here. And I want you to take, truly, look at me, as much time as you need. Because once you let go of these balloons, there is no turning back. You can never get those balloons back. You can never get this letter back. So I want you to realize that you can never then get that feeling back. You're letting it go right now. Do you understand? I want you to remember, he took his own life, not yours. It was amazing to see Dory open her eyes to the possibility that she could be happy again and let go of that pain from the past of her husband committing suicide. It's time for me to get real with more clients like Dory and Jen to help empower people across the country to get real with themselves and to finally make a difference in their own lives.